You got any favorites? At the end of the stream, I usually put a list down of SCP in order of how much I enjoyed them. Which, one thing about me is I live in the lifestyle of I always will enjoy media no matter how critically bad it's supposed to be. I can understand the criticism, I can give criticism, but I will still enjoy something. Movie, video games, music, books, in this case SCPs. Even if it's badly written or considered to be less liked, I will still find a way to have fun with it. And at the end, I will have a list from top to bottom, which again, the bottom does not mean that it's bad, but it does. But at the end, the amount of enjoyment I have from it is less than the amount of enjoyment I had when it was on top. And sometimes I enjoy all 10 of them equally, but I just put them in a list just to like keep a nice track of it. But yeah, just a little fun fact about me. Honestly, yeah, I kind of fell asleep again. I should probably go to sleep again soon, unfortunately. Well, that will be unfortunate, but at the end, you did only sleep 3 hours, which at the end, I think you should definitely just sleep earlier. I know you said it's you're busy and it's really hard to actually get to sleep early and all that stuff, but you should at least attempt. I went to Little Girl 6 with me. Has got me in contact a lot with abuse and neglected kids. And I have a liking for true crime. Yeah, I can see it. I mean, it's also like it's a very strong start. It's your very first one. Like, I'm glad you didn't start with the Minotaur, because that one was brutal. So yeah, let's go on with a Mercurial Doppelganger. Here we go. Oh, we have our your first SCP. That actually has. Wait a minute. Actually, no. Never mind. We're not gonna do that because there are some SCPs that have like side stories, like tales or test experiments that have a different page. This one just leads to a different SCP, which we're not gonna do that because that jumps into far in the future. I'm actually gonna check something real quick while we're already here. I want to see if yeah, okay. We're good. We're not going to read the extra part because, again, that jumps far ahead. 3,000 SCPs. Well, 2,000 SCPs to be exact. So, yeah. You too, Fluff. Thanks for all this. Good night. I'll try to get more sleep beforehand next time. Just try, my man. If it doesn't work out, I always appreciate you showing up, but don't feel bad for falling asleep during streaming. The fact that you're lurking around is also, helpful. And you can always go back to my VODs or my future videos anyway. Euclid. Neutralized. Your first neutralized nuke. SCP-1815 is presently designated as neutralized. This file will remain in the event that anomalous activity has been detected to resume. For information regarding the neutralization of SCP-1815, please see SCP-3965 and Document 3965-Baoying. Previous containment procedures. Assets in all major astronomical agencies and establishments are to control information uncovered about SCP-1815 existence and prevent its leakage into the general public. The current position and transmissions of SCP-1815 are to be monitored by radio-telescopic satellites Ceres, Liber, and Libera, the information from which it is to be compiled by personnel at Site-59. Any change in the nature of these transmissions or in the activity of SCP-1815 is to be reported to a Level 3 or higher researcher immediately. Information regarding the messenger probe supposedly in orbit around Mercury has been fabricated. All pictures and information supposedly gathered by said device were actually obtained by the Foundation Quicksilver series of probes. Quicksilver missions are to be planned in response to every observed Janus event. See document SCP-1815-MK for details. If SCP-1815 or Mercury display anomalous activity noticeable to terrestrial-based observation and standard misinformation protocols are insufficient, the Foundation is to implement a global internet service, blackout and notify all government assets of the situation. Misinformation agents are to be dispatched to all major astronomical organizations to suppress knowledge of the incident. The current prepared covered story of such an occurrence is a coronal mass ejection and subsequent geomagnetic storm. Okay. Description: SCP-1815 is an interstellar object of unknown appearance, dimensions, and properties. All attempts at direct observation have thus far failed. The object and its position are only detectable by radio waves it emits. These waves generally feature the same transmission and unidentified pneumatic sound which occurs at a constant rate of 52 BPM. The transmissions feature no background noise or RFI regardless of the object's proximity to the Sun. SCP-1815 does not appear to exert a gravitational pull and has been hypothesized to not be entirely material. SCP-1815 has not exhibited signs of sentience, but the possibility has not been ruled out. See Addendum 1. Just you and me now, Nuke. SCP-1815 moves in the orbital path, eccentricity and velocity identical to the planet Mercury, but reversed. To do this, the objects regularly collide with its respective planets. Such an event does not appear to have any effect on either affected body, further suggesting that SCP-1815 is partially or wholly insubstantial. Can you imagine looking through a telescope and you see Mercury and another Mercury about to crash into each other? The amount, I don't know why, but the amount of like dread that would build up in my heart, I'd be like and then they just like whoop, they just pass each other, you're like, well, not pass each other, but like go into each other and then just that would freak me out. SCP-1815 will infrequently cease all movements across its orbital axis. Motion in regards to systematic and galactic movements are unaffected and continue. While this occurs, Mercury will feature numerous anomalies. Its appearance on a highly magnified telescopic observation will become irregular and indistinct. The standard transmission will be interrupted by a sustained scraping noise from the duration of the event, which is usually 80 to 120 minutes. These occurrences have been termed Janus events. Interesting that they named it after one. I mean, all the planets are named after Roman gods, but yeah, it doesn't make sense that it's a non-Roman god that they named the event after. Especially since it's like the Roman god of transitions. Reminds me of The Sims 4. There's a telescope object and there's a chance you die when using it because of a meteor strike. Oh, well, a total of 5 Janus events has been recorded since the object's discovery. Due to technical difficulties in obtaining samples from Mercury, it is currently impossible to completely measure the effects of each event on the planet's stability. However, after the first event in 1986, a series of missions were planned, wherein a Foundation-based probe would monitor the planet and SCP-1815. Okay, here we go. Mission 1. Probe designation Quicksilver I. Date of presetting as Janus event 1986. Date of launch 1988. Date of contact with Mercury 1988. Date of contact with SCP-1815 1989. Results: no observable abnormalities on Mercury's surface. Readings indicate a 4% decrease in the strength of the planet magnetosphere. This is, let me read. This is based on the previous data obtained during the 1974 Mariner 10 flyby. Probe passed through the apparent location of SCP-1815 without incident. It appears that every point of SCP-1815 is transmitting the object's message. Using this data, it was determined that SCP-1815 has a rough diameter of 1,800 kilometers. 180, that doesn't even make sense. Mission 2, Quicksilver 2. Proceeding Janus event 1999. Launch 1990. Yeah, sorry, 1990 is the preceding Janus event, and launch is also in 1990. Contact with Mercury, 1991, and contact with SCP-1815, 1991. Results are largely identical to those of Mission 1, though readings of Mercury's magnetosphere now show an 11% decrease in field strength, and the approximate diameter of SCP-1815 is now 2,300 kilometers. Mission 3, so it has grown by 500 kilometers in size. In diameter? Yeah, diameter. Which is... yeah, still. Quicksilver Mission 3. Day preceding Janus event, 1996. Date of launch, 1996. Contact with Mercury is also 1996. And contact with SCP-1815 is 1997. Observation of Mercury's surface shows marked alterations to the planet geography, including the absence of approximately 70% of previously recorded craters. Now the craters are gone. Let me scroll down so I can see, because I have the chat on the right here, so I can easily read what you guys are saying to me. This is a contradiction of terrestrial observation of Mercury during this time, which demonstrate no visible anomalies. Readings of magnetosphere show a 40% decrease in field strength, and the approximate diameter of SCP-1815 is now 4,500 kilometers. This thing is growing bigger. I wonder if it grows bigger every time it passes through Mercury. Contact with the probe lost upon reaching the parent perimeter of SCP-1815. Maybe it says that. Does it say that? Doesn't really say that, no. Mission 4. Day of preceding Janus event, 2003. Launch, 2004. Contact with Mercury, 2004. Contact with SCP-1815, 2004. Geographical abnormalities reported during Mission 3 are absent. Magnetosphere demonstrates only a 15% decrease in field strength, and the diameter of SCP-1815 is only 2,800 kilometers. Probe successfully passed through the apparent location of SCP-1815. However, SCP-1815 transmitted a secondary message to the probe during passage. See Addendum 1 for details. Ooh, I wonder what those messages are saying. Mission 5. Quicksilver 5. Date of preceding Janus event, 2012. And everything else is pending. So the test it's not done yet. There's no response yet. The constantly diminishing strength of Mercury magnetosphere suggests that SCP-1815 is causing abnormalities regarding the planet's core, possibly including data expunged. If this is true, current projections, omitting the anomaly from Mission 3, suggest that complete data expunge will take place within years. No adequate cover story has been prepared for the destruction of Mercury if this occurs. Yeah, I mean, that would be weird to explain. Because like the Foundation always have to like find like logical ways to like be like, oh yeah, you can't go there. Why? Oh, there's a gas leak, radiation. You know how it is. But how do you explain a whole planet is gone? That's not something you can easily hide. Nor can you like anesthetize the whole Earth to be like, yeah, Mercury never existed. What are you talking about? Because there's going to be books talking about Mercury. The Roman gods will be like the Roman, with the mythology, be like, yeah, there's Mercury, there's Jupiter, they're all like, they name the planets after, and they're like, for some reason Mercury doesn't have a planet. Even though he's like one of the main gods, who knows why he's named. Addendum 1, Constant of Transmission, 1815-QIV. The message received during Mission 4 contained a series of 144 images detailing the apparent layout of the solar system. When viewed in succession, the first 48 frames depict the bodies orbiting in their normal fashion. During frames 49 to 96, a secondary set of planets and satellites begin to appear. These bodies move in orbits identical to the primary set, but reversed. During frames 97 to 144, the primary set begins to disappear until only the secondary set remains. The dimensions of the planets and satellites in the secondary set are all ill-defined. No additional resources at the Foundation disposal appear to be capable of properly rendering the designs. This also applies to the Sun in frames 97 to 144. The transmission utilized and the transmission utilized and encoding employed by Foundation staff. The possibility of SCP-1815's intelligence is since being re-evaluated. Whew. Yeah, it looks like this secondary Mercury is kind of like, you know, slowly but surely sucking out, in other words, sucking out the life force of our Mercury. That's what it sounds like. It's like it's trying to replace the other Mercury by like whenever it passes through, it seems to like take away its gravitational power and so on and so forth. As it said, it's affecting the core itself. It almost seems like it's trying to replace it and be the real one, the original one. And it looks like the frames that it showed was like supposed to show like, this is what I see, which is like, I see your galaxy, but I also see mine, where like all the planets are turning in reverse. Maybe it's like slowly chipping away from our Mercury and trying to like put our Mercury in that world, or it's just completely trying to take over. Who knows? Who knows what it is?